welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of July 26th to August the 1st. Okay, let's get started here for Libra. And if this reading resonates for you, don't forget to leave me a comment and hit that like button. Really helps me know that the readings are resonating for you guys. And hopefully you're already subscribed to the channel. Okay, let's get started here for Libra. Libra. Okay, one more shuffle. Ooh, the Judgment card flies out. Let's leave that out then. Okay. Okay, my Libra friends, and we got that Judgment card that flew out. Let's leave him standing there. Okay, my Libra friends, let's see what's going on for you this week. It looks like it's going to be a week of mystery. A mysterious week ahead for you, and it's going to really make you question who you are as a leader. And who are you as an authority figure? When you're in charge, Libra, what are you like? You know what I mean? I see the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. As far as what's creating an obstacle for you in terms of figuring out your leadership skills, I see it's a sudden life pattern change. There's something new happening on your day-to-day that's really making you have a difficult time assessing who you are as a leader. Now, what could be causing that? It appears that it's this idea that there's something hidden from you. I see the Moon card here. It looks like there is a really strong energy here, Libra, that suggests you're going to transform things big time. Yeah, you are just trying to figure out this new world you're about to step into. It's almost like you can feel it on an intuitive level, but it feels so unfamiliar that you're not sure how to put your finger on it. It feels so unfamiliar. You're like, what's happening right now? You might be finding that you're spending a lot of time on your own. You might be kind of even low energy, actually. I would suspect that you're finding your days are flipping. You know, like where you're up all night and you're sleeping all day, or, you know, your moon is upside down here. Something is off, but you're feeling it. We got the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck to confirm that it's sort of like an unfamiliar feeling that you're going for. You're not, you know, this card makes me feel when it's in the reverse that you're not actually resisting the unfamiliar. You want it. You want the unfamiliar right now. You're really trying to figure out what path to choose. It feels like there's a big choice here for you coming up, Libra, because you're really finishing off a cycle, but you don't know how it's going to end yet. You know what I mean? It's like you're watching the movie and you're like, how's this going to end? How is this movie going to possibly end the way it's going right now? And there's only 20 minutes left. And you can't figure it out. You're like, how is this going to resolve itself in the next 20 minutes? And you don't understand. But it's going to. And I mean, this could be happening to get you to see that it's actually like happening because you went through a phase where you were like, I can't keep going the way I'm going. The truth no longer fits for me. It's no longer authentic. And so that actually catapulted this whole process, because once down to your core belief, you believe something, the universe has no choice but to support you. So if at some point you decided through this very sharp intellect I see here in the King of Swords, Libra, that you were like, I can't keep going. I have to shift mentally in order to be adaptive to this current situation. And then you discovered that it was like, it was a real challenge for you at first, but then you were like, you know what? No, I have to be authentic. I have to proceed as I am. And maybe that means that I'm not the same anymore. but it's like so foggy still. So right now you're trying to figure out how to be a leader in this new skin that you're sitting in, that you don't quite understand, but you were happily accepting this change in a sense. You know, it might feel really dramatic in the day to day, but it's almost like you wanted something to change, really, really wanted it to change. And then when your core belief about it changed, it launched a cycle. Like I see this as your core belief changing and you saying, you know, I'm going to defend this. I don't care who I upset. I don't care who gets upset. I am going to have the judgment that I deserve. Maybe that's why the judgment card flew out, you guys. This is really feeling like Libra is done with self-sacrifice. That Libra is like, you know what? This is all going to shift, and others see you as wanting to align your energies and make a new path forward. It's very interesting. The Page of Cups here, you are transforming. This is a transformative energy where you are starting something new. The only challenge that you're facing here is understanding how. The how is plaguing you. The how is plaguing you. You keep asking yourself how you're going to do these things, and you're expecting that you're supposed to come up with an answer because you're utilizing your logic, right? You're utilizing your mental faculties to try to figure out the how, when really I think we're seeing the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck here, because that's the energy that you need to be tapping into, is your intuition. You need to be tapping into your intuition, because the day-to-day is going to shift. The day-to-day is going to shift. It's almost like the universe takes care of the how. All you have to do is sort of go with the flow. Go with the flow and listen to your intuition. And then you can shift mentally as you need to and be flexible and adaptable, but not worrying too much about planning. You know, it's almost like you're trying to plan manifestation. And it's interesting. You're trying to plan it with your mind, but you don't believe it down to your core. That's the issue. You don't quite believe it down to your core. And it's like you're waiting for something in the external world to shift. You want to see the shift with your eyes before you take that step forward. But it's almost like, Libra, you just need to trust your gut. You know that expression, just what's your gut telling you? Trust your gut, because right now you're sitting in a place where you're not willing to take anything less than what you think you deserve. You're feeling incredibly raw in the sense of your authenticity and standing up for your authentic self. And it's raw. It's like a new you that's just barely birthed. You know, the World card here, you're just barely stepping into this new cycle, but you're going for it. You're going for it. And emotionally, it's like you've been waiting to go. See, like 8 of Cups in reverse says to me that you're not afraid to go into the unfamiliar. You're dying for some unfamiliar right now. Like you're like, I need to shake up the current so badly. I can't actually keep going like this. If I'm going to be, you know, independent, then okay, then maybe it's time for me to launch out on my own. But it's almost like that desire to launch out on your own is going to shift, because you're going to see a shift in the day-to-day that you're really ready for. You're ready for that shift in the day-to-day, Libra, and it's almost a shift that you deserve. Like you really deserve it. It's something that you're going to get this outcome. Okay, there's an outcome coming here. I think that's why we saw the Judgment card fly out at the beginning of the reading. And you're ready to stand up for your authenticity. You're standing up for yourself. The Libras out there are standing up for themselves, and they're saying, no more of this. I'm ready for unfamiliar. Bring it, Moon. Let's do this. I'm ready for a new life, and I'm going to choose it, and I'm going to align, and I'm going to transform and emotionally transform. I'm not going to let my emotions be sacrificed for something, someone, ever again. It's almost like you're standing so firm in that right now. I'm surprised the Queen of Swords, which is you're the Queen of Swords, Libra. I'm surprised she hasn't shown up. But we do see the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is the Gemini energy. So it's really, and we see the King of Swords. So really, it's just you missing from the court cards here. Is the page here? No page. We have the Page of Cups and the King of Pentacles. It's a beautiful reading. You're ready for it. You're ready for this change. You've been dying for this change, it feels like. You're so ready for this shift, Libra. And I feel like fear is not an issue for you. Fear is not an issue for you at this point. You're just like, I need to breathe. By any means necessary, let's do this. Life change, right? Okay, for Libra, what card do we have here? Angel cards for Libra. Oh, we got 2 here. Interesting. They're saying no to something. So if there's been something you've been thinking about and asking yourself, the answer is no. So maybe there's an aspect of you that wants to cut and run. Doesn't look like it's time to cut and run. This is really interesting. You're going to have to tell me in the comments what this no is about, Libra. What is this no about? Let me know. For me, I'm feeling that the no is not to be impulsive and no, not to be impulsive and to take things as intuition guides. I sort of feel like the no is tied to, like, don't use your big brain, listen to your intuition. So I don't know. You tell me in the comments what you think this no is about. That's really interesting. You got earth and ground here. And that really is significant with the the Knight of Swords, excuse me, because really the Knight of Swords is saying, hey, heads up, I'm going to come in and change things, visibly change things in your life, mentally change things in your life. Things are going to change. So in order to prepare for those changes, which is what the Knight is telling us to do, he is trying to prepare you for a sudden life cycle change. That's what the Knight does. And so the angel card's coming in here to tell you to ground and to earth and ground is a very good message to help you be stable and be ready and mindfully open so that you can see the path as it's revealed to you, right? Like if you're not mindful and concentrating on the now and observing the day to day as it unfolds, you might miss it, right? You might, not that you'll miss it and it'll be lost, but you might be missing signs if you're not mindful, right? And so I always think of this card as saying, really, like, get ready for this life cycle change, because you're going to need to feel grounded in order to sort of absorb it, to absorb that change. And I'm really interested in this no card. I'm feeling that the no has to do with if you're thinking of cutting and running. If things are getting to be so unknown to you that you're in a place where you're like somehow doubting yourself. You know, like maybe the question is, can I do it? And you keep coming up with no, but it's like, you can do it. You just have to keep, like, what is this no, Libra? This is personal. This no is a no for someone watching asking themselves a question. The answer is no. Please leave this in the comments if it's resonating for you. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. If it has resonated for you, please leave that comment. And also, if you would like a personal reading, my email is in the description below. As always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends.